First thing is Vimana. The Vimana was made up of bricks, which are lightweight, porous, and floating bricks, because they don't want to add weight to the temple complex, because the temple is located in a earthquake prone zone. Even if you look at the interior of the temple in other videos, mm, you can see there was a breaking of the floor because it was present in a earthquake prone zone. In order to avoid any damage to the temple, they used the sandbox technology for earthquake proof. Even in the 17th century, there was an evidence that there was an earthquake happened, but the temple remained safe. And the sculptures, this is the most important thing of this temple. The sculptures represent regional dance customs and Kakatiyan culture. When I say regional dance customs, I am talking about the Periya. Let me explain you here. Perini Sivatandavam or Andhra Natyam. I will explain this in another video. Let us stick to ourselves regarding the temple now. And another important things which you need to remember regarding this place is Ramappa Cheruvu. Ramappa is the name of the architect or the sculptor of this temple. And the choice of the setting of this temple also shows that the ideology and the practice that was sanctioned in the Dharmic text, that temples are to be constructed to form a integral part of a natural setting, including hills, forests, springs, streams, lakes, catchment areas, and agricultural lands. That is, temple is a part of, or integral part of a one's daily customs, rituals, and part of a life. And the important person is Marco Polo, who visited the Kakatiya dynasty at the time, said that this temple is the brightest stars in the galaxy of the temples. If you look at the images of this temple, let me maximize here. These are the erotic, romantic sculptures made of black basalt, and the poses also represent, some of these poses also represent the bhangimas of the dance poses. Dance poses from the Nritta Ratnavali by Jayapa Senani. So if you have to remember the persons associated with the temple, first person is Ramappa, who is a sculptor. Another thing is Senani, I mean the general Rachel Rudreswara, and the third person is Jayapa Senani, who wrote Nritta Ratnavali in 13th century. It might come as a bit in prelims, who described the dance poses of these women. If you see dance poses, okay, he explained them in that book, and the gave an inspiration for the architect and the sculptor to make them. Okay, and if you see, it is neither Dravidian nor Nagara style. If you see the Nandi idol, it represents the love for agriculture, lot of ornamentation. Okay, and another important thing is the red sandstone. That is the reddish sandstone. It is used for the construction of the main structure, and black basalt was used for the sculptures in the columns that are around the temple complex, which are outside the temple. And black basalt means it is rich in iron, magnesium, and silica. And the black basalt is used to make sculptures for representing the female dancers, musicians, and animals, mythological animals like unicorn, which are represented in the Harappan scenes. Such kind of male human lion forms they want to represent, they use black basalt for that. And the sculptures also represent the Perini Sivatandavam. The sculptures of Perini Sivatandavam near the Garbhagriha. Based on these sculptures, the revival of the Andhra Natyam, that is Perini Sivatandavam, was happened in the 20th century. And comment on the person such a dignitary who revived this Andhra Perini Sivatandavam. Okay, and there are other things like Alasa Kanyas, Naikas like Nagini, Madanika also represented in this sculptural form, and the lion motifs. And the important thing is giant figures also represented as sculptures in the temple. The temple is basically a Shiva temple. Lord Ramalingeswara, okay, but there exists also Jain figures in the temple, but it is a Shiva temple, it is a Hindu temple. Just if you observe, because of the presence of Jain figures, it means there exists a cultural assimilation in the region of Andhra at those times. Okay, and if you see, the temple complex is divided into Garbhagriha, Antarala, and Ardha Mandapa, Ranga Mandapa, and Natya Mandapa. And the important thing is Shasana Mandapa. Here I am giving in a simple form Shasana Mandapa, because this mandapa is a unique feature which doesn't present in any other temple in India. Means this mandapa is used to preserve the shasanas made by the kings, especially with respect to regarding the temple. Whatever the shasanas they made, they preserved, they adorned the walls of this mandapa. As I said, Shikara Vimana was brick built, an ornamental Nandi for the love of agriculture. And in the next video, we will discuss about the